What if I told you that Pope Francis received a message from Virgin Mary herself, so shocking and urgent that it left him deeply shaken? It wasn't just any message. It was a chilling warning herself, meant not only for him, but for the whole world. One quiet evening in the heart of Rome, Pope Francis was praying alone in St. Peter's Basilica. The air was still, the lights were dim, and everything seemed peaceful. But then something extraordinary happened. A radiant light filled the room, and there, standing before him, was the Virgin Mary, just as we've seen her in countless paintings and statues, dressed in pure white, her face calm yet serious. But this time, something was different. Under her feet, Pope Francis saw a globe covered in thick black smoke. This wasn't the beautiful image of the world we usually see. This was a frightening vision, a world suffocating in darkness. As he looked closer, he felt a deep sense of dread. What did this smoke represent? Was it a sign of the evil and confusion spreading through our world? Mary's appearance wasn't just a divine visit. It was a warning that something terrible was on the horizon. At this very moment, Mary spoke. Her voice, though gentle, carried the weight of urgency. She told Pope Francis that the world was heading towards a crisis, and this darkness was not just a metaphor. It was real, growing stronger each day as more people turned away from goodness, kindness, and faith. She gave us instructions, a way to fight back against the darkness. She asked Pope Francis to tell everyone, yes, you and me, to start praying more than ever before. But why prayer? You might think, how can a simple prayer change anything? Well, Mary explained that each prayer is like a tiny light. When enough of us pray, these lights join together and push back the darkness. It's like lighting candles in a dark room. Suddenly, the shadows start to fade away. Mary warned that if we don't take this seriously, things could get much worse. The darkness could spread, and it could lead to even more confusion and pain in our lives and the world around us. Think about it. Wars, disasters, people hurting each other. It all comes from the same place, a lack of love and understanding. If we ignore her message, we might find ourselves in a world that's colder, darker, and more frightening than ever before. Whether you're young or old, religious or not, this message is about protecting what matters most: our families, our communities, our world. It's about standing up against the things that try to break us apart and finding strength in unity and compassion. We all experience moments when life seems to be crushing us and finding answers seems impossible. Impossible. In those moments, having more understanding, clarity, and guidance can make a difference, and that is exactly what the secret of the apparitions of Jesus offers: a path to clarity and peace through the revelations of Jesus. If you're seeking clarity and hope, this ebook could be the lifesaver you've been waiting for. The best part is, it's currently available as you can download the gift from the first comment posted, correct? It could be what you need for today. Over the past few decades, we've seen an unsettling rise in global crises. From political turmoil to natural disasters, each event chips away at our sense of security. Just think about it. Climate change causing unprecedented wildfires and floods, communities torn apart by wars and conflicts, and most recently, a pandemic that brought the entire world to a standstill. These aren't just random occurrences. They're signs of a world out of balance, a world desperately in need of healing and hope. According to Mary's message, these events are more than just headlines. They are warnings, warnings that humanity is losing its way, drifting further from the values that once held us together. In her vision, the thick black smoke Pope Francis saw wasn't just pollution. It was a symbol of despair and confusion spreading across the globe. One of the most alarming things Mary shared was the danger of people turning away from their faith. This isn't about religion alone. It's about losing sight of what makes us human: our compassion, our empathy, our willingness to help each other. She warned that as more people abandoned these principles, the darkness would only grow stronger. And she's right. 2020 saw a significant decline in religious affiliation, particularly among young people. More and more, people are choosing to identify as non-religious or spiritual, but not religious. While everyone has the right to their beliefs, this shift indicates a broader trend, a society drifting away from community and shared values, becoming more fragmented and isolated. Mary's message isn't about scaring us into believing, it's about opening our eyes to the consequences of losing our moral compass. She emphasized that when faith and goodness fade, something much darker fills the void: fear, hatred, and division. It could mean more intense conflicts, like the ongoing wars that seem never ending. It could mean more natural disasters that devastate entire communities. It could even mean a world where people stop caring about each other altogether, where everyone is out for themselves. She warned about a terrifying reality where selfishness and fear snuff out love and hope. Even though the situation seems dire, Mary's message wasn't all gloom and doom. She also spoke of hope, real, tangible hope that can turn things around. She reminded Pope Francis and all of us that we have the power to fight back against the darkness, and that power lies in something as simple and profound as prayer. She urged us to use the Rosary, a powerful tool that's been a symbol of faith and resistance for centuries. During difficult times like the wars of the past, people turned to the Rosary to find peace and strength. Mary explained that each prayer is like a tiny flame, and when enough of us pray together, those flames create a light so bright that it can pierce even the darkest night. But prayer is just the beginning. Mary's message is a call to action for all of us to live with more compassion and courage. It's about standing up against the things that try to tear us apart: hatred, injustice, fear, and choosing to be a light in the darkness. Mary made it clear to Pope Francis that we don't have much time. The darkness is growing, and if we don't act now, it could consume everything. But she also promised that if we stand together, if we choose hope over fear, we can push back the shadows and build a world where love and light prevail. When the Virgin Mary appeared to Pope Francis, she wasn't just warning him about worldly problems like conflicts and disasters. She was revealing an invisible war that's happening all around us, a war that affects every single person, no matter where they are or what they believe in. Many of us don't even realize we're in it. In this unseen conflict, the enemy doesn't use swords or guns. Instead, it uses more subtle but equally dangerous weapons, things like fear, division, and despair. These are the tools that sow chaos and confusion, breaking down our sense of trust and hope. Fear is a powerful force that can make us doubt ourselves, our loved ones, and even our faith. It's like a dark cloud that hangs over us, making it hard to see the good in anything. Division, on the other hand, tears apart families, communities, and even entire nations. It makes us feel alone and want to fight rather than cooperate. The feeling that nothing will ever improve and that we can do nothing is despair. Mary's message to Pope Francis was clear. These forces are growing stronger every day. As we watch the news, argue, and think about ourselves and others, they are sneaking into our lives without our awareness. More we give in to these feelings, the more darkness wins. Just as there are forces of darkness, there are also powerful forces of light, and we have ways to protect ourselves in this spiritual battle. Mary emphasized that faith is like a shield, one that can block out the harmful influences trying to drag us down. This shield isn't something you can see or hold in your hands. It's something you build inside yourself, piece by piece, through your beliefs, your actions, and your prayers. Think of faith as a strong, unshakable trust in something greater than ourselves, whether that's God, the goodness in people, or the power of love and kindness. When we nurture this faith, we become less vulnerable to fear and despair. We start to see past the darkness, recognizing that no matter how tough things get, there is always hope. But faith isn't just about believing, it's also about acting. It's about choosing to do the right thing, even when it's hard, and standing up for what's good and true, even when it feels like the whole world is against you. It's in these moments that our faith becomes a powerful weapon, one that can push back against the darkness and bring light into even the darkest places. One of the most surprising things Mary told Pope Francis is that our strongest weapon in this spiritual war is something anyone can do, anywhere, anytime: prayer. You might wonder, how can something as simple as saying a few words make a difference? Well, prayer isn't just about asking for things. It's about connecting with something bigger than ourselves. It's about opening our hearts and minds to the possibility of change, to the idea that we're not alone in this fight. When we pray, we're not just talking to God or Mary, we're also talking to ourselves, reminding ourselves of what truly matters. We're building up our own strength and resilience, preparing ourselves to face whatever challenges come our way. And when enough of us pray together, it's like we're creating a powerful wave of positive energy that can sweep away the negativity and fear trying to overwhelm us. Mary specifically mentioned the Rosary as an especially powerful form of prayer. The Rosary isn't just a repetitive set of prayers, it's a way to reflect deeply on the most important moments in the lives of Jesus and Mary. It helps us focus our thoughts, calm our minds, and remember that no matter how dark things seem, there is always a light that can guide us. This goes beyond faith and religion to the world we want. We have the choice to live in a world ruled by fear and hatred, or one where our actions are guided by love and compassion. The choice is ours, and it's one we must make now. If you're feeling inspired by this powerful story and want to help spread messages of hope and courage, consider supporting our channel by clicking on the Super Thanks button. Your contribution is going directly to creating more uplifting content, reaching more people, and sharing messages that can truly make a difference. From increasing conflicts and environmental crises to a global sense of uncertainty and disillusionment, it's clear that our world is crying out for change. The darkness that Mary spoke of isn't just some abstract concept. It's real, and it's manifesting in the struggles and pain that many people experience daily. We must remember that this darkness, however overwhelming, is not invincible. Just as a single candle can light up a dark room, so too can our small acts of kindness and courage push back against the tide of despair. Pope Francis's encounter with Mary inspired us to take action, stand up, and make a difference, even when it felt like the odds were against us. Mary's message isn't just a warning, it's an invitation to look beyond our daily struggles and connect with something greater. It's a call to each of us to become more mindful, more compassionate, and more committed to making a positive impact in the world around us. So, what does this mean for you? It means taking a step back and thinking about how you can be a force for good. Maybe it's as simple as being more present for your family and friends, lending a hand to someone in need, or standing up against injustice when you see it. It might mean reconnecting with your faith or finding new ways to contribute to your community. The important thing is to start, even if it's just a small step. Pope Francis has taken Mary's message to heart, and he's working tirelessly to lead by example. He's reaching out to those on the margins of society, speaking out against injustice, and calling for a return to the core values of love, mercy, and solidarity. He's not just asking for change, he's living it, showing us all that even in the highest positions of power, true leadership means humility, compassion, and unwavering commitment to what is right. He's also encouraging the faithful to return to the sacraments and to embrace prayer and reflection as tools for personal and societal transformation. The Rosary, in particular, has become a symbol of this renewed commitment, a simple yet powerful way for anyone, anywhere, to contribute to the battle against the darkness. It's a reminder that in this struggle, every voice, every prayer, and every action counts. Thank you for watching, supporting, and joining us in this mission to spread positivity and hope. Until the next video.